I'm really proud of my path and how it is unique, but like also not taking a single day for granted. Like just being able to enjoy every opportunity I've been given and live in the moment and enjoy with my teammates and go to battle with them, when we get the privilege to do that, and just enjoy, because you never know when it's going to be your last.
Yeah, I gotta keep it trendy on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go, down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots from my neck. Self-respect, when you out of line, you put yourself in check.
Welcome to the Keller and Kess Show.
I'm Megan Keller.
And I'm Amanda Kessel.
Welcome back to the Keller and Kess Show, everybody. We have a very special guest today. Probably our sweetest teammate. She's always got a smile on. Her face makes everybody laugh. Always down for the desserts. And her favorite color to wear is black. I think she's wearing a black hoodie right now. That's all she wears. Please welcome Savannah Harmon. Let's go, Sav.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. What an intro, Meg. You're usually my dessert buddy with me.
I know, literally every time if I want a coffee or ice cream, I'll be asking around. Everybody's like, S-Ab, she'll go.
It makes the days. You gotta.
I know, when we were in World Championships and there was a DoubleTree down the road, and I could always count on Sav to go over to the DoubleTree, and we pretended that we were guests. It may have been a low for me, but
these two are sneaking cookies every day.
Hey, we walked there, Amanda. We walked there. We got the cookie. We walked back. I think that evens out.
I would be scared to get in trouble.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous.
Didn't we have
And then
one?
remember?
Yeah.
We took the elevator. One of the days, it was like our second or third day in a row.
Yeah.
And we had gotten nervous. Because we would go up and we'd be like, oh, can we get some for our roommates too? Who are staying here.
With our big Team USA hoodies on. We're not incognito. We are.
No. The first day, I swear, the lady at the check-in asked me, if I was with the flight crew. And I couldn't understand what she was saying. I was like, the team? Yeah, I'm with the team. And she's like, oh, the flight crew? That's you guys? And we're like, yeah, can we get some extras?
Can we get some extra cookies?
And then we took the elevator up to floor 2 because we got a little nervous and went out the back.
Yeah, literally. Up, down the hall, out the back door to walk around the hotel.
It was so funny. But if I'm not mistaken, Amanda, I want to say you asked me to bring your one back one time.
You were the roommate.
I think you're mistaken. I don't think I ever had one the whole time.
The whole time? You didn't get one?
No. But
they may not have made it back.
Listening to you guys, I think that would be a hilarious challenge, or somebody does that, see how many days they can make it taking a DoubleTree
cookie
without them
There was another one we had an issue, I think, too. We started walking, right, Meg? We were I think maybe it was Kelly we left up there. We were oh, okay, thanks for the cookies. We started walking
away.
We're asking her questions if she stayed here. We were yep.
Oh yeah, she was getting interrogated. I don't think we went back after that one.
Didn't, but it was good while it lasted. I would 10 out of 10. I would do it again.
All right. Well, we'll get to more of these funny stories, but Kess and I were just saying before, Sav, we haven't seen you in a long time since Worlds, right?
Yeah, a couple months.
What have you been up to? Where are you at?
I'm in Montreal right now. After Worlds, me and my boyfriend, we went back to Chicago, spent some time with my family, and then we did a short-term lease here in Montreal. Got here May 1st, and right now it's until the end of July. And then
how's your French?
Bad. I have a few words. Oui, obviously, yes, and merci. That's what I got. And then some people in the elevator I've met, and I say bonjour, mais, and I think it means have a good day.
Let's hope
so.
Yeah,
otherwise I'm saying no, but then I'm hello. Yeah, I could read a menu, but I don't really I don't speak it.
Food.
Yeah, no food, obviously. I can read the
ice cream.
Yeah, can read the ice cream, can read the ice cream flavors. The important necessities, obviously.
Do you guys work out together there?
We are not working out together. Last summer we did. We skated together, and I would kind of work out, like do stuff from my trainer at home. But this summer I've been with like there's like a pretty big group here, like women's players here. So I've been like working out and skating with them.
The Canadian.
Wait, they do that. There's like a nice 3v3 league.
Okay, yes,
there,
it's
isn't
starting in like 2 or 3 weeks maybe.
Doesn't it get like intense?
It's
like
like
it
they have
seems
like
really legit.
intense social media for it. They have like a lot of following. They do a great job like advertising it. There's like a guys league that's been going for like a bunch of years. I think this might be the second or third year the women's league is going. I'm like not a regular in it because they are starting way later this year because like we don't have to like do anything they don't have to do anything in August. But so I'm like only going to the first, I think like 4 weeks of it, and I think maybe it's like 7 weeks total. But yeah, I'm hoping to get in for the first bit. I played in it last year. It was a lot of fun. It's on a small rink.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
though.
the small rink. It's like
That's
3-on-3
perfect for you.
Yeah, but guys,
maybe 3 Sav, small game Sav.
last year Deb came to the first game I played in, and I swear the score, like going into the third, or like with a little bit left in the third, it must have been like 9-8, and I was a plus and I was just a 0, like a 0 across the board. And I remember like looking up at Deb
Taking up space out there.
and it's like a small rink, and I'm like, I'm literally doing nothing out here, but I improved. I must have been most improved as the games went on.
That's hilarious.
Sav is being a little modest for our listeners.
No.
She has the nickname of, is it Small Game Sav?
Yes.
Because whenever we would play a small area game, like you guys a lot in Minnesota or just throughout the year, like she always scored the game winner or like had some crazy move and would go like top shelf and end the mini game. So she has that nickname.
And she's a
Becomes
defenseman, so it's like.
What'd you say?
And she's a defenseman, so you don't expect that out of UD. But
Hey.
you guys, for some reason, I swear D, like, you guys win mini games more than forwards.
because we played the D
We actually
first.
do. Also because nobody like wants to be with the
No.
D ever. They're like, who wants to be with black? And like it's like crickets. There's like, and then finally like one forward like will feel bad,
They'll be like,
and they'll be like, oh, I'll be with black. I feel like it's like usually like Lacey or Carpy.
Carpy
Like,
loves
I'll go with
Carp
the D.
always loves going with the D.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is-
Maybe.
You guys, I never see your hand jumping.
Yeah,
I should, to be honest. Like, that's smart. Like, somebody will be back then.
Yeah, we're always.
Yeah, you guys can play all time
Yeah.
forward, and we'll just lock it down
From now on, I'll be putting my hand up there.
I'll be watching.
until we need the game winner.
Two lines, us three. But speaking of Sav's career, I think
Yes.
one of the coolest things, you'll have to kind of remind me of this too, but talking to Meg a little bit about it, like, you, in the nicest way possible, like, came out of nowhere. It was like, damn, like, where has this girl been? Like, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you just were, like, at USA camps and, like, you know, a mainstay on the team. So it was, like, a late bloomer, but kind of, like, missed over.
I feel like you just flew under the radar, like somehow got like just missed. Like, were you at like U18 at camps or anything, or even throughout college?
Yeah,
like,
no camps.
Like it was after college,
Yeah,
right?
like my first camp invite was like after I had graduated school, which is like really odd because I was kind of
That's crazy.
yeah, like looking back, like I like my path. It was unique because I got to like enjoy college and just like be the best that I could for Clarkson. But yeah, it is very different because then when you graduate school and I'm not in the USA program, I kind of didn't really know like my next plan or what I was gonna do. And then I got my first invite maybe in like June, if I want to say. Like, so I graduated in May after whole senior year. And then my first invite was like, it was after your guys' 2018. So it was the smaller group in Lake Placid, but not the senior team, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Meg, I think you might have been there, but you were like, there was a group of us that were like not eligible for anything.
Yes, I for sure was there because I was still had a year of college. I think like the older girls maybe were taking some rest. It was like our August camp, right?
Yeah, it was like August camp. But
Rest. I don't know what you guys were doing, to be honest.
No, because then it was like the senior camp was the next month in September
Yes, in Maine.
Yes. So
right?
like I got invited to the like Placid one, but I wasn't in college or like I wasn't
like eligible for U22s.
Yeah, so I was just like kind of invited. And then I didn't get invited to September.
Didn't?
I didn't. Yeah,
What?
I didn't. So I was just kind of like, okay, like what am I? So then I was like, because after
And then were you playing for? Who were you playing with at this time?
Well, I had signed with the Buttes, the Buffalo Buttes, but like I had not. So I had like gone after I graduated. I went home and I was like kind of figure out like, okay, I'm going to Buffalo next year. Am I gonna get a job? Like what? Like just kind of like looking through the plans. So then I get invited to camp.
Thank God you didn't get a job.
So then I get invited to camp. I go back to Clarkson and I train at Clarkson like all summer. Go to Lake Placid for August camp. So then, and I knew the September camp was like kind of like what I was trying out for. So I didn't get invited to September camp. So then I was kind of like, okay, back to square one. Like, what am I doing? Hadn't been on the ice because like our Butte season wasn't starting yet. We had a while before training camp. I was just kind of like, okay, like maybe this path didn't really work out for me. Camp's almost over. Camp has like 2 days left. I get a call and I'm invited for the last bit of it.
What?
So then I came to Maine for the last like 2 days.
I don't even remember this. You came in late?
Yeah, and I like was just like about to move into my apartment in Buffalo. I was actually at Clarkson, like, because my stuff had been there from summer. Like, immediately, I'm not kidding you, like, went on the ice within like 30 minutes. Like, Dev had like a workout and our trainer was there, Dev's team maybe, and he like let him like be like a little bit late to go on the ice and like shoot pucks for me. Like my Clarkson coaches were out of town. Like it was a very like, I went on the ice because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to tryouts like tomorrow, and was just like so panicked. So I immediately get on the ice. Dev like runs me through some drills because I haven't been on the ice since the August camp. And then my mom, so then I'm in Potsdam, New York, and I'm going to, where was it in Maine? Like
Maine.
I forget where in Maine, but like not really anywhere you could.
It was at like one of those colleges.
Yeah.
Like it was like.
Yeah. So then my mom my mom just like an angel sent from heaven. She literally, we pack up. She drives me. It's like 8.5 hours. She drives me that day, because we were like me and her were like going to Buffalo, moving into my apartment. So we drive to Maine. And I stay for the 2 days. My mom flies home, and then I drive. Yeah, so I went for the final.
I can't believe you drove 8 hours and then just like jumped into camp.
Oh yeah, the next morning I went right on the ice for testing, and I was like, okay, here we go.
They made you test?
They made me test.
Were you good? Like
No.
You probably were. You probably were great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then I went in. I think we had like maybe the test in a practice, and then a scrimmage that night, scrimmage the next day, and then I went home.
Wow.
So it was like the final 2 days. Yeah, someone had to go home, so I was I guess a sub, which I didn't know I was a sub, but it all obviously is a different way, but it all worked out. So then after that, I was like in the player pool after that camp. Yeah, that was wild.
And then what year was that? 2019?
That was 2019, and then I went to like your guys' like Four Nations like pre-camp. And then when the college players came, I left, which was just like great for like experience, because again, I'd only had like those 2 days with the like senior group, and then maybe like one tryout, and then like a rivalry, and then like a whole nother season. Then we started the P-Dub, and then at the end of that second season was when I made my first Worlds team. So that was.
And did that one get canceled?
Yes, the first one was COVID. That one.
The first like two,
yes.
Right? Like, so you just came in at a crazy time too, where you'd been a part of the team, but like
hadn't played,
not gotten to play anything because everything kept getting canceled at that point.
Yeah, my first Worlds, which was technically my third Worlds roster making, but my first one was the Calgary COVID one, right before the Olympics, like literally leading up to the Olympics. Yeah.
I like forget that story. That's it feels like you've been around too for like
because it feels like she's been on the team forever.
Well, thanks guys. That makes me feel good.
But I just think it's a really cool story, and for like people that like or
Yeah.
a kid and maybe
Yeah, because everybody thinks like you just like you make the team when you're like 15 and then all the way up you just like stay on the team. But
Yeah.
a lot of us like have had so many different journeys and paths to get to the team that it's like cool to hear your story because I feel like younger kids especially they're like if they get cut from a team they're like oh I'm never gonna make now my dream's done.
Yeah.
I can't get there, you know?
No, I like my story. Like, it's obviously, like, I would have loved to, like, have an opportunity through college, just like anyone, but it just, like, it is cool because it is unique. And, like, I went to they're different names now, but, like, I went to, like, when you're, like, 13, like, the 14, 15.
National camp?
Yeah, I went to the national camps, but then never, like, the U18 or any of that. So it's just, like, got to, like, develop through college and I guess kind of, like, show my like skills there, I guess, and then once I graduated got my first invite. But it is like, yeah, it is a bit different, but I don't know, I'm proud of it. Like it's
yeah.
a cool.
And now you're like a huge part of the program. Obviously you played so many minutes like in Beijing and currently
my little D partner over there.
Hey, yeah, we had a quick stint.
Yeah, we did. That was fun.
We had a quick stint. I think the whole game though, Sav, like when we play together we just like apologize the whole game.
You two are too nice
so
together.
Yeah.
I literally will like give a pass to Meg and it's like 10 feet in front of her, like in the air. I'm like, Meg, I'm so sorry about that pass. Like clearly my fault. She's like, no, I should have caught it. I'm like, no, you shouldn't
Yeah.
have.
I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, what was I doing? I should have been like behind you. I should have been in a better spot. Like, there's always, and I do the same thing. And you're like, no, it was my fault. I'm so sorry.
We're a great time though back there, I think.
Yeah, the D are always pretty friendly.
I would say so, Amanda.
You guys probably have better attitudes than we do.
1,000%.
Like Ray,
We look down at the forward then.
Like, I'll give you that. So I come to you guys for the positivity.
For the positivity.
We're always here for you.
Yeah, always.
Speaking of college though, Sav, like how did you end up at Clarkson? I don't know if we've ever spoken about this, but it seems, I mean, did you win one or two?
Two.
Two?
Yeah, two. We won two.
Time national champ. But how'd you end up there? Because
Yeah, okay,
I feel
so
like you're a Midwest kid.
yep, Midwest. I went my junior year of high school. I went and played at National Sports Academy in Lake Placid.
Oh, right.
Yes, and that
Is that still alive? Like,
no, sadly. That place was the best. Like the coolest experience. Like that was so fun. And I think when I went there I had like the best year, and like when I started playing it was in the JWHL was when like I was like getting recruited by colleges, so that like experience was so cool. And then I loved Lake Placid. It was like a small town, and I always thought I wanted to go to a big school. Like I always was like big schools for me. And then I loved like Lake Placid, and then I toured Clarkson, and just the way I was like, it was so cool. Like the hockey team, or the men's and women's hockey team are the Division I teams on campus. Like just the atmosphere kind of felt like home, and it was like a small town. Like everyone knew the hockey teams, and it was just like I was like, wait, this is like the coolest. Like I think this is like where I want to go. And like I think I toured it, maybe toured a couple others. And then right away I was like, no, it's like, I want to go to Clarkson.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, it seemed like a good choice. I remember playing you like, I think, was it your senior year on that huge rink in New Hampshire?
Oh yeah, that was our sophomore year, no?
Oh yes. Wait, were we the same year?
We started the same year until you went to the Olympics.
How were we the same year?
You didn't know that?
No.
Hilarious.
Wait, but aren't you like are you a 95?
Yeah, but I'm October.
Okay, so you're
a grade later.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm in your grade.
You were the same year.
Yeah, how fun. Yeah, that game, that rink, first of all, and that game, yeah. But Meg, that is funny because we played you guys, and then we lost, and I was like, wow, this was the best Clarkson team like we ever had. Like we're not going back to another. Like I made my whole family come to that because I was like, this is like the best team that we have, and I was like, we're not gonna make it back to the Frozen Four, and then the next 2 years we ended up winning them both. So isn't that
right?
Yeah, so I made my family travel.
Wait, how'd you guys do your freshman year?
My freshman year, Luke, we played you guys. We lost to you guys. in the top 8 at your
At our rink?
yes.
Yo, I can't remember anything.
That game was like, I think you guys like.
My memory is
so
so bad.
too.
Are we sure?
I'm positive because we made it as like the 8th seed, I think. Like we were, and you guys.
Why do I feel like we played my freshman year? We played like St. Lawrence or something.
No, you play Clarkson down the street.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You can look it up, but I am like very sure.
We're gonna have to fact check.
I think
this,
Clark got
guys.
like a hat trick, and we were all just like, okay, this game is just not in our favor today.
Wow. My memory.
And then I played you again.
awful.
I didn't realize you guys played you twice.
Yeah.
Both L's.
I playing at Clarkson though, that train horn.
Oh,
Kess, did you ever play
Yeah,
there?
I played there. My friend.
Did they score versus you guys?
I think they did.
it's fun, isn't it? Imagine if you were on our side. It's so
Probably fun when you're on the other side. Do they do that every goal?
yeah.
Oh my
Did they
god.
do it to you guys?
Yeah,
Sometimes they like to do it like when you're off the ice warming up, and like they try to like scare the other team. Like the guys will be up there, and like say you guys are like running around the rink, they just like pull it while you're just like literally in your warm up clothes, and it just to start it off on a good note.
Yeah, that thing is loud.
Yeah.
One thing I just remembered, guys, is today, I don't know if you know, it's Olympic and Paralympic Day.
I saw that.
You guys see that?
Yes.
What's your favorite like Olympic moment that you had in Beijing, Sav? I know it was like a little different
Yeah.
this time, so it was a crazy experience, but
My favorite, like I have 2 favorites, and I know it's like cliche, but the first one was just like our first game against Finland. Like just putting on the jersey, and like I think it was literally after like Meg our first shift. I just like sat on a bench. I was like, wow, okay, like
yeah,
like that was just like wow, like it's here. I did a
like
shift.
full circle moment.
Yeah, like that. I thought nothing could top that. But the opening ceremonies was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it already felt real. We already had a game, but then you, like, go to the opening ceremonies, and I'm like, wow, okay, like, this is incredible.
That's what was interesting about this time, was we played before opening ceremonies.
Had you guys not
Where
done that before?
Last time we didn't, right? We played right after. So opening ceremonies was, like, our first, like, taste of it.
Okay.
That we were like, wow, we're at the Olympics.
Yeah.
But that time it was, in Beijing, it was cool to actually play first. To be honest, you're like, it's already here.
Yeah, that was.
And then you get to experience opening ceremonies, and everybody's like running out.
Remember, like, how bright the, like, Olympic rings were, and they were just, like, right in, like, yeah, that was cool.
I think our team took the most time in front of the rings. Like,
We definitely did.
1,000%. I think people were getting mad at us.
yep.
Yeah.
We needed all of our
uh,
friend picks.
The
All of
what?
our friend picks. It was like the whole team did it, then the schools, then like certain groups of friends, roommates.
Everyone
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
Well, our issue is like there's a lot of us. Wherever we go, like around the village, we're together in like a big
Pack.
group. Yeah, we roll deep as a pack, and like I feel like we just like overpower the other sports because there's just less of them,
Less teams, yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Like we 23. Is
Yeah.
that how many
Mhm.
we have? So there's just a bunch of us. So we just kind of take over.
We do, because then if there's, like, a group of 6 of us and, like, another group of, like, 2, like, we're just bigger, and, like...
I feel like it's like who always gets mad? Is it the snowboarders?
I don't know. Is it?
Like there was one year they tried to we tried to see like who could like be last
Oh,
and like linger longer.
In opening ceremonies, yeah. It's always
Yeah.
like a battle. This year was cool because we all just went to like the back, and because like everybody wants to be in the front for like the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
like we like basically got to walk as a team because we all just were like, all right, whatever, we're not gonna fight, like we'll just be like a team. But
Yeah, that was smart of you veterans that told us to do that, because then you also, like, weren't rushed. You didn't have, like, people behind you.
yeah, we tried the front before, and that's just like too much of a battle.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because everybody's so competitive too. It's like Like that is like an event at the Olympics.
Yeah, that should
These
be.
people are, we're gonna get to the front. We're
It
gonna
is.
get up there and just start bodying people.
Yeah.
Wait, Sav, we didn't talk about this yet. I feel like I've heard him a little bit. You got a dog.
I did get a dog. His name's Harley, and we were just eating my slipper a second ago, but now we are. How do I?
For the listeners, she is on the move,
I'm on the move.
trying to find Harley.
I'm trying to change my camera.
Everybody,
He's so cute.
he is cute. Everybody on our team has been getting dogs recently.
Can you guys see him?
Yeah, he's really
Wait,
cute.
is he still
What
like
kind of dog?
shy of people?
Wait, yes, he's so shy. He's like kind of getting better. Like Dev's friends will come over and he like literally hides. He loves to be like right now. He's like in between the wall and like under the table. And like at first he'll like just kind of like stay by me or Dev or like under something. And then like an hour in he'll be playing. But like walking on a leash and stuff, we're still working on it. We are like some people like try to pet him and he's like kind of runs away like he's a little scared, but he's getting better. We're socializing him.
So cute.
He's now like 14 weeks, I think. Is that 3.5 months? Yeah.
When are we gonna get to see him?
Hopefully soon. He's not making an August camp appearance.
No, he's not coming to Lake Placid.
Sadly. Oh, he would tear the place up.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He'd be running the OTC.
We get the puppy zoomies a lot. But they're just so funny. And they have like the puppy like run and like jump. Like I mean, I know you know with the, like Reese, like it's just so, and then their little like furs got like, I swear like the wiggle butt and the fur, and every day me and Deb are just like, he's so freaking cute.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are making me think I need a dog.
You should, Meg.
They're the best.
I don't have I'm not home enough. I don't have
Yeah. I'm just gonna,
I don't think I'm responsible enough yet, to be honest.
Yeah, you are.
I'm like a ant. I'm a
Good
good
ant.
dog ant.
You are like, I feel like Reese's talking.
I'm a good dog ant.
You're the
auntie.
dog, yeah. Yourself.
Imagine.
No.
No,
No.
Amanda, the smart
Amanda's
one's
like,
like,
no.
no, absolutely not.
They love you, but
Yeah, because I'm like the fun ant.
Mhm.
And I'll play Bally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll play volley for hours.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. Well, how could you say no to them?
they're so cute.
They just look at you with those eyes.
Harley's gonna fit in with Rem and Reese, I think.
Wait, he's a Berna.
He's a Bernedoodle? Okay, wait, I think his mom, his parents, one of them's a golden doodle and one of them's a Bernedoodle. So he's like doodle, golden retriever, Bernese all mixed. But we got no shedding.
Wow.
Because
that's
of
huge.
his, I don't know like how it works, the like F1 to F2 or whatever, but because he, like both of his parents were doodles. So they had already like been the mix. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But he's supposed to be, they told us like 50 to 60 pounds. But then you look and he's got some bear paws on him.
He looks huge.
Yes,
He already looks big.
Guys, his paws like literally like look like bear paws.
They're
So
so big.
yeah, me and Deb are thinking like maybe 70 pounds-ish, 75. We'll see.
Yeah, he's gonna be a big boy, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I'm no dog professional, but
That's okay.
from the
I'm
look of
excited.
that,
That's awesome.
yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, Sav, you're getting, like you're getting nervous
I see something brewing.
because I just thought of this. Like for some reason, what kills me about you is like your Instagram captions. Like I was just thinking back to World Championships, and we'll like be posting, and Sav has like all these great pictures, and she's like, guys, I need help with a caption. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? And we're all throwing out like crazy captions. Like there's one specifically of like you and Abby walking down the red
The
carpet
glamorous.
in her yellow pants. And like Britta is throwing out some crazy ones. We're all just kind of like ripping on Abby's pants. And you were like, oh, these are great. And then you go with like just the OG. It's always It's always like so friendly and nice. You're like, I can't do that to her. You're like, red carpet, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You sign.
That one was like, well, everyone's suggestions were like for me, comment to roast Abby's yellow pants.
Yeah, like we wanted to like kind of rip her. But I feel like for every picture, you're like, guys, I need some help. And then you just go with the OG, just nice, nice friendly captions.
Yeah, because I'm not funny. Like, Meg, you're funny.
No, you are funny. Wait. Space? Or what was that? What was the space comment? Outer space? Force field.
The force field. What about
That's force field.
Yeah, I was in a force field. I did not exit. Amanda knew. Amanda was the closest one to my force field, and I was.
Force field. I forgot. I was like, you guys are in the weeds right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can't figure it out. There's just so many like funny comments and stories I feel like that happen.
Yeah. Oh, the force field. Yeah, that one was.
The force field.
What'd you say?
What? The force field? Can I describe the force field?
You can describe the force field.
Sav was told by a coach that she was stuck in the force. She feels like she's in the force field. You can't move.
It was just a really nice way of saying I needed to move my feet and do better things, but the force field got me. So the force field the rest of the way just was a nice joke, and Meg wanted me to make it. But that one might have been a different Instagram. Cause
a different one.
Meg always had funny ones, and I think it was another game day one. I sent it to you when you're like getting out of the force field today, but naturally.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Meg,
but it was like one of those comments that like a coach makes that like you're just gonna run with for the rest of the tournament. Like it was so funny.
And we're going to the face off. You're like, I guess I'm in a force field.
Oh my god! Like I had never heard that before.
At the draw, like I was.
Yeah, that was top. That still to this will make me laugh. Like still to this moment, that one was funny.
God, that is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I was when you go back and you watch the video and you look at me, I was stuck up there.
You're like, wow, he was right.
Yeah, in the force field. Get out. I don't know how I got in here, but I need out.
Yeah. So now that's just an ongoing joke.
Someone else entered the force field in the tournament, and I remember being like, "Welcome."
It was probably Kayla. Was it Kayla?
I don't know, Kayla or Hillary.
Of course. Oh my god. Our listeners are gonna have no idea what the force field is, but honestly, we do not either.
Force field, aka not moving your feet. Not moving.
And just stuck. Your feet are cement. You're stuck up there.
It's a new term.
You don't want to be in it. Listeners, you don't want to be in it.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wait, speaking of worlds, there's one more story, and I forget before what game it was, when your teddy bear got lost, and it has like sentimental meaning, so like we had to find it.
Oh my god.
And Abby was your roommate, but you guys were like, so was it, you can tell the story, was it like in your sheets?
Okay, yes. This is where
this is in the middle of worlds. You can
we
what
had
game
what day?
was it
Well, we had an early game one day. Do you got like say we had a noon game or one? I don't know, maybe 11, like whatever. We had an early game, and we get back from the game, and I like change out of our. I don't know. Maybe I was like going to bed that night, and I just look around. It's like probably 7:00, and I just look, and yes, I have a teddy bear. His name's Georgie. And I just like look around.
Really cute.
I look around and I'm like, Abby, Georgie's gone. And she's like, well, what do you mean he's gone? I'm like, he's gone. Like the bed's made and he is not here. And one of my best friends, Jessie Comfer, everyone knows her. She has a teddy too. And she has told me, like, for the past, like, I don't know, 6 years we've been friends, that she has said, like, her biggest fear when she brings her teddy to the hotel is that it's going to get stuck in the comforters when, like, housekeeping comes in and they take the whole comforter and the teddy's going to be there. So, like, I immediately was like, oh, my God, Jessie's biggest fear. I was like, he's gone. Like, Georgie is gone. And I was like, Abby, he's gone. And she's like, well, he's just, so we're searching everywhere. Like, Abby's like looking in the drawers. We're like searching my suitcase. And I'm like, no, like we got up at like 8 a.m. this morning. He was in my bed and like the bed is made. He's gone. What do we do? And I just was like, okay, well, he's gone. I don't know. And then we called down. We were like asking for housekeeping. Then we found out that they send their laundry to like a third party company, and they do it. So we're like, okay, can we have
the
that?
journey begins.
The journey, yeah, it was hours of sweat, honestly. So we asked them, they don't give us the address. They say that no one there like has the address, but we got someone to like give us a name. So then we were like Googling, and then we were like, could we like just go look in your laundry downstairs? And then they were like, no, we have no laundry downstairs. So we're like, okay. So then Abby, we go borrow Carrie's car. So Carrie gave us her keys to go on this adventure. So
Also, Abby is probably like the best person to do this with. Like, she's gonna like be a pit bull and like
she was
like
she was
yell
like,
at the front desk people, like housekeeping. Like, she will find Georgie.
Okay, so she did. Like, I would have not found him without her, because later when we got back, I was like ready. I was like, he's lost. Like he's gone. And so we get Carrie's keys, and the address we found, we're driving there, and it's on the highway. Like, we're on those like 407. Like, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, so I'm like, okay, we're looking around. It's like industrial. We like go. We're driving around, and we find it. Abby, we see like in the back parking lot, like these doors open, and we're like, that's a laundry bin. And Abby, she like parked her, we go right on in there, and there's like maybe 15 workers. It's like literally 9:30 at night. It's like dark, and these two like women just storming in. And so we like talked to this guy, and he was like, yes, we do the laundry for your hotel, like. And he was like, we have it all. We've seen no monkey. Like, Abby shows him a photo of the monkey. And we like give him, like, leave our number. And we're like, if you see a monkey. And then this guy tells us that there's one like laundry bin, I guess, that they didn't pick up and that they're getting tomorrow when they come to drop it. And so, of course, Abby just runs with it. She's like, we're going back. We're finding that load. Like, we're getting it. We somehow must have asked like 10 times, like, can we go search the laundry downstairs? We finally get down there, and they're like, okay, you got to put gloves on. And they're like, thank you. Yes, we would like the gloves. So then
you're just like digging through like dirty, random people's
sheets,
bed sheets,
towels. So then we get this one bin. But like when we got back was when I was like, okay, maybe he's stuck in sheets. He wasn't found, and like, he's going to go to a hotel room, and a new kid's going to find it. Like, I was just like, okay. Like,
you're thinking of, like, the sweetest, like, outcomes. Like,
I was just like,
being so positive.
I was like, no, I was not I was sad. And I was just like, but maybe he'll have a new home, and he'll, like, a new friend. Because I got this, like, I had to go to the hospital one time when I was, like, 3 or 4, and a firefighter gave him to me. And that's, like, where I got him. So I've had him since I was, like, really young. So I was like, hey, maybe a little kid will be on vacation and find him. Like, yeah. I was just trying to, like, okay, like, whatever.
In Brampton, Ontario.
And then Abby's like, no, we're going to find that load of laundry. And I was, like, going to return Carrie's keys. Like, I was like, I'm done. So Abby gets us downstairs. We get to the first bin, and, like, there's nothing. We search the whole thing, and then the lady's like, one more room. We get into this other room. We're in there for maybe 5 minutes. It's hot in there. Like, Abby and I are sweating. And
the pictures, like, of you guys digging through this laundry, too, like, the Snapchats we were getting were, you guys are in these gigantic, like bins, and you look like you're dying.
Yeah, so, like, the laundry chute from every floor, how many floors were in that place? It was, like, clogged all the way up. So we're, like, opening it, basically sorting the laundry for them, going to the next thing, searching it. Maybe 5 minutes into this place, like, I cannot describe to you, we are sweating. And, like, all of a sudden I feel him. I feel his little leg, like, wrapped up in the blanket, and I was like, Abby.
You're like, it can't be.
And I was like, Abby. She's like, don't say it. And I was like, he's here. She's like, no, not till I see him. And I literally get him out, and Abby started screaming. And then this lady, like, I think came back and was like, oh, like, just was like, didn't realize, like, he was sentimental to you guys. And Abby was like, I tried to tell you. So we got him. I brought him upstairs, and I was like, and every day I was like, he was like locked in my suitcase. Anytime I left, I was like, I'm not leaving him on the bed.
Yeah, do not
So,
leave
lesson
the teddy
learned:
bears.
never leave anything valuable on the bed if you're getting it cleaned.
Oh my God, that is a wild story. And the fact that I think we had a back-to-back game the next day.
I,
Like we were playing again.
yeah, yeah, I think we were too. And I was like, but hey,
You
I
guys
got
were
it.
just on a roller coaster journey.
It was a feel good. The team was on your side.
Everybody was
The
pumped.
next
Yeah.
morning, I remember being like, what a night, like the best sleep ever.
That is unreal.
Yep, yep. But
And then Georgie helped us go on to win gold.
yes, we did go on.
It was a happy ever after.
Is that your first world gold medal? Wow.
Yeah, first gold in general.
Wow. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah, my whole like that was like so fun. 'Cause everyone's families were there. The rink was packed.
That was a good time.
That was a great time. A wild game. Did you just watch it the other day, Amanda?
I was like,
Yeah, Kess was sending Snapchats.
I
of,
watched our games against New Mexico, like that boys team.
No.
Where did you get those?
On Insta, like I was like doing some like other scouting, and I was like, I'm gonna see like if we're on here, and just like looked up my name, and then it was like
New Mexico.
all these random like boys games we had played, like world games.
You can delete
you can
that New
skip
Mexico
those.
game. That was
I had a blast.
probably the worst games I've ever been a part of.
Yeah,
Those were bad. You can get those out of whatever cloud
I think I was
universe
like
they're in.
-11.
those are tough for D. For forwards, it's like more fun because we just like are chasing, and like so if we get a chance, it's fun. But like for you guys to like have good
We just chase around the blue zone.
like
Yeah, and then like Meg, we just like contain them, and then like 2 seconds, it's like bam, bam, back of the net, and you're before I
Yeah.
even turned around, and I was like, okay.
My head's just spinning around. I'm like, oh, that was fun. Real fun. And they're huge.
Huge.
They were huge.
That's hilarious. You watch them.
and in the weeds again. But we have another like question for you on
Okay.
journey to gold and your career.
Yes.
What has been your it factor? What has made you successful?
What has made me successful?
Mm-hmm.
I think just like enjoying the journey. Like I kind of said earlier, like I'm really proud of my path and how it is unique, but like also not taking a single day for granted. Like just being able to enjoy every opportunity I've been given and live in the moment and enjoy with my teammates and go to battle with them, you know, when we get the privilege to do that, and just enjoy because you never know when it's going to be your last. And I think that's been like always striving for the next opportunity and getting back with my girlies and wanting to put the jersey on. And now that I've got a little taste of gold, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Now you got the itch.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like after you like win, you know, sometimes people think you like lose motivation, and it's just like you just.
I feel like it's like more motivation.
It's like a different, because now that we had the 2 silvers, like that was like, I don't know, I want to say like an angry motivation, but more of like, but now it's just like, okay, we know like what it takes, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready. Now you're just like kind of chomping at the bit, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. I don't have anything else, Amanda. Do you?
No, nothing else. Love Sav as a teammate, great teammate, always down for a good time. Loves wine, loves that. Will always
Loves
have
wine.
Wine, dogs, and dessert.
Yeah.
I had a Vegas trip once too. She
You
loved
did.
this
That was a great time. Amanda brought me to,
7.0.
I would love to be. I would be honored.
She could be,
We could use another pickup. Yeah.
yeah.
You should come.
Okay, I would be honored to join
Help
Vegas.
them around.
Yeah, Vegas 7.0. That would be a great time.
Yeah. But thanks for coming on, Sav.
Thank you guys
As
for
Kess said,
having me.
literally one of the best teammates, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and this interview with Sav. She has an amazing journey, and it is far from over. So we hope to continue to bring home more golds together. That is the goal. But Like and subscribe wherever you're listening. Follow us on TorchPro's YouTube channel, Keller and Kess Show, and enjoy.